So we have the latest injury report. The defense is making waves. The defensive line's continuing to show signs of life, things of that nature. Without further ado, we're just going to fly into it. First and foremost, the injury report. Matt Hennessy, he was out with a back injury still. Alberto, his abdomen. Tyler Steen, his ankle. Caden Stern, his ankle. Johnny Wilson, concussion. And then John Ross, also concussion. Everyone that was limited, Cooper DeJean, everybody else, CJ Gardner-Johnson, everyone that was unlimited was moved to like full practice participants. Defensively, Cooper DeJean, he played 6 straight plays, 1 outside, 3 at nickel, and then 2 more at a nickel third team. Christian Parker, the passing games coordinator, he said that he's ready mentally, just has to prove himself physically. Covey, he had separation on him on a couple plays with the catch and things of that nature. I would assume he's just still working through his injury. I wouldn't say that's anything to worry about. I think he's just getting his bearings and things of that nature, just playing it safe, just getting into rhythm and things of that nature. So Jalen Carter, he also makes a play. He blows up his Saquon Barkley run play in the backfield, things of that nature. It's good to see him making plays and continuing to get better and things of that nature. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he also made a couple plays today. He made a big pop, which I would assume means a big tackle, I would assume, on Calcaterra and Smitty. He was dancing a lot, just having, C.J. Gardner-Johnson energy, things of that nature. Brandon Graham, he was flashing today, as if he was going to have a pretty big farewell tour season, things of that nature. So, I mean, the energy of the big farewell tour, it's continuing, he's getting good pressures, he's showing signs that, he's not washed and things of that nature, and, he's going to have one last big year. Pass rush, they're improving, quote unquote, showing signs of life. I still think we need one more 8 to 10 sack guy to take enough pressure off the linebackers so we can afford them to be average. And, nothing wrong with a dominant defensive line, nothing wrong with that. And in order for them to take enough pressure off of the secondary and off the linebackers, they need to be at least elite. Maybe not all-time great, maybe not all-time pros, but at least elite. You can still be elite and not be all-pro or all-star or whatever the case. You can still be elite and special. Like, the NBA equivalent, 18, 19 points a game, couple rebounds, few assists. That's still elite. Over 15, that's elite. Maybe not all-star, however, but still. You guys get my point. Offensively, I think that the offense kind of won the day overall. There's a lot of, long passes, things of that nature. Most of them I'll just put like right here, however, because I'm finding like more and more resources and more, things that are like more convenient. So I'll like try them out, and depending on how you guys, Yeah, AJ Brown, he had a one-hand catch. He was unguardable today, even though Slay had, decent or okay coverage on him, or however the case. Devontae Smith, he had a 30-yard catch, touchdown. It was a great throw. AJ Brown, he had another 45-yarder. It was perfectly thrown by Jalen Hurts, quote unquote. Trevor Keegan and Saquon, they both got injured, but Saquon's probably fine. It was probably back spasms or cramps, and in terms of Keegan, he was limping off. So I don't know what it is or however, but seems to be at least a little more serious in terms of that. Jalen, he's one practice away from pitching a perfect camp. And then, speaking of which, Nick Wright, he said that it's actually concerning that he hasn't thrown enough picks. I'm like, well, I mean, you have a pretty darn good old line. You have Saquon, you have Devontae Smith. I mean, sorry, we actually have guys that can actually get separation. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Of course, we're depending on young guys. Of course, they're not going to flash, this early or however, Jalen, he's been, a 4-year starter. Things of that nature, so. as well. Anaya Smith, he's improving despite initial struggle and things of that nature. So I mean, even the backups are showing improvement and things of that nature. I'd say my uh, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the press conferences and things of that nature. First up, Clint Hurt. He said a lot of interesting things. He was saying that the D line is practicing really well, and that Milton Williams is playing a lot of snaps, and that he's coaching, the young guys with football IQ, technique, conditioning. That's like the main thing they're trying to work on and things of that nature. He praises Jordan Davis and he praises the whole D line, but he mainly praises Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. Basically, signifying that they're like the anchors and all that, but it's not nothing we didn't already know. Bryce Huff, he said a few interesting things. He said that he feels good about his run stop ability. He has good experience, dropping in coverage now. He says that he's extremely comfortable. That's what he said. I'm not putting words in why the guys can literally look it up, but he said he feels extremely comfortable with all his new responsibilities and all that, or however. So in other words, he feels ready. Because the guy asked him, like, oh, how do you feel, like as of now, like knowing everything you have to do and like how comfortable are you, he says, oh, I'm very comfortable, I mean, I'm working hard and all that, yada, 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 and, I feel very comfortable. So in other words, he thinks he can, be a 3-down guy already. So hopefully, but again, I'll take what Fangio said, that he's still improving and, still a work in progress. He said that he was surprised by Lane Johnson's athleticism, that he has cornerback feet, that is really fast, and all that good stuff. Again, I think that's really cool of him to say. Giving Lane the props. Jordan Davis, he also said a lot of interesting things. He said that he thinks Nakobe Dean and Nolan Smith is going to surprise people, and that those are his 2 picks for like the people that are going to have like the big year and all that. Honestly, got to see it to believe it. That's my honest thought. I'm not hating. I'm an Eagles fan. I bleed green. You know what I'm saying? But got to see it to believe it, and I think that's pretty fair. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis said that his technique is getting better and that they're just fine tuning everything, like little last minute like package adjustments and disguising things or however so things can actually work more. He said that Nolan's more comfortable with what he has to do and that the game is slowing down for him, and that Nolan Smith's technique is also getting better. That he likes Fangio's coaching style, and that it's been a very tough and very physical practice, but not tougher than Georgia. And he kept bringing up Georgia and all that, and like, you're an Eagle, you're not playing for Georgia anymore. The Eagles are the ones paying you. He's Cam Jurgens. He also spoke. He said that it's been a more physical camp this year. Third, it's his third training camp or however. So out of those 3, this has probably been the most physical for him. He said that today individually was the was a very high intensity day. And that throughout the off season and throughout the years, he's spent a lot of time with Jalen, for this time to come or however, and that they communicate post snap. Hey, here's what I liked, here's what I didn't like, etc. He said that he saw Jalen's communication like initially like from the jump, but it's only like grown, and what I'm saying, it's only grown since then. So he said that it's basically nothing new or however. And the biggest thing that he said, in my opinion. The biggest thing that he said that's absolutely crazy, I may even put a timestamp on it, is that he said that he has no interest, or that he wasn't going to do the signature fast Kelsey snap, or however, the power snap or the Kelsey speed snap. I'm still trying to come up with a name for it, but if you guys have a name for it, comment it down below or however. But yeah, for now I'm just going to call it the Kelsey snap. And for me, the fact he is an Eagle, it's kind of surprising or however, but then again, the reason being is because it's harder to catch a rocket that he's caught a couple of his snaps or however, that he's caught a couple of Kelsey snaps or however, that a lot of other players, they've tried emulating it or however, but for him, that nobody wants to catch a rocket, and I think, Jalen's like, you know what, you're not going to do that or however, I don't like it, you know what I'm saying, and Kelsey, he's even said that no quarterbacks like the way, I'm not dissing or however, Jason Kelsey, he literally said in the one interview on New Heights that nobody's liked the way that he snapped the ball. That it was like very fast or however the case may be, so he can get his hand back. But I guess Cam Jurgens is going to snap it a little slower, however, so then, it's a little easier for Jalen to do it. Will that make a difference? We shall see. Because off the snap, last year there were a couple off the snap fumbles. Not to say it was Jason Kelsey's fault. I love Jason Kelsey. I think he should come back or however, but he already said he's not coming back with 60 pounds underweight or however the case may be. Much respect to him. He's a Hall of Famer. He deserves retirement. I like him. You know what I'm saying? He deserves it. But at the very same time, if he could come back, that'd be absolutely freaking badass to see. But yeah, the fact that Cam Jurgens is not going to do that, or however, again, I think that's going to help out Jalen Hurts, or however, so he can be more relaxed instead of such in a tense position, or however, so he can kind of be a little more relaxed on the line. So I'd say overall, my final thoughts would probably be, like I said, the pass rush finally showing signs of life. I think that was, real at this point our biggest need. But again, it is just practice. I still think that we should bring in one more guy that can get 8 to 10 sacks, something like that. I still believe we need a wide receiver 3. If we can get good quality, both of those things, and things of that nature, and no big bad thing happens, and I like our chances to win it all. That's the only if I'll say. If we can get those two things, you know what I'm saying? Like a good pass rusher, 8 to 10 sacks, you know what I'm saying? And a wide receiver 3 that's reliable and that can create separation, then absolutely. I would like our chances to win it all. But yeah, that being said, I think it's going to do it for today's video. There really wasn't too many things to discuss, or however anything that wasn't, or however I'll find a way so then it can be sourced, or however I'm working on not just saying stuff and not finding the source, because sometimes it gets lost and I can't find the tweet again, and I think I've screenshotted it or however. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for all the feedback. Really do appreciate the last few videos. You guys showed me a lot of love. Really do appreciate it. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, things of that nature, I'll definitely do a giveaway. I don't know exactly what. I might do a an Eagles hat or something like that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm thinking about when I'm going live, and I'll let you guys know probably in the description. But yeah, share to all your friends. Join the Philly Flyover family if you're new. Subscribe. It costs $0, 0 cents. God bless. Philly out. Peace.